My brother works overnight security at a place with no name on the building. Just an address. 1847 Industrial Way. That's it. We were having drinks last weekend, and he told me something that's been keeping me up at night. Said he needed to tell someone outside the job. Someone who wouldn't be implicated. I asked what he meant by implicated. He just looked at his beer for a long time. Then he started talking. The building sits in an unmarked warehouse district in downtown Seattle. No windows. One entrance. If you didn't know it was there, you'd walk right past it thinking it was just another condemned industrial building waiting for redevelopment. My brother, I'll call him Owen, got the job through a staffing agency. They were vague about what he'd be guarding. Paid $32 an hour for overnight shifts. No degree required. Just had to pass a background check and sign about 40 pages of NDAs. He thought he'd be watching museum pieces or corporate documents. He was wrong. First night, they gave him the orientation. Building supervisor was a woman named Chun. Mid-50s. Moved like someone who'd been military. Talked like someone who didn't waste words. You'll work alone, she said. Midnight to 8 a.m. Your job is simple. Monitor the cameras. Follow the protocols. Don't deviate. She handed him a 3-ring binder. Red cover. The word protocols printed in black letters. Everything you need is in here. Read it. Memorize it. Questions. Owen flipped through it. 12 sections. Color-coded. Each one detailing specific responses to specific situations. What exactly am I guarding? He asked. Chin's expression didn't change. Items of interest to the federal government. That's all you need to know. Like classified documents. Read the protocols. You start tonight. She left him in the security office. Small room. 16 monitors showing different sections of the building. Most showed empty hallways. Storage rooms. Normal stuff. One monitor was black. Owen noticed it immediately. Checked the label beneath it. Sublevel 3, main corridor. He paged through the binder until he found Section 7. Sublevel 3 monitoring. The instructions were odd. Sublevel 3 protocols. 1. Monitor 12 will remain offline during standard operations. 2. If Monitor 12 activates, consult Protocol 7A immediately. 3. Under no circumstances should you physically enter Sublevel 3. 4. If you hear sounds from Sublevel 3, this is normal. Do not investigate. 5. If Sublevel 3 door alarm sounds, initiate Protocol 7C, building evacuation. Owen sat back in his chair. What the hell was on Sublevel 3? The rest of the night was uneventful. He walked his rounds every 2 hours like the manual said. Checked doors. Verified locks. The building was dead quiet except for the hum of HVAC. Around 4 a.m., he heard it. A sound from below. Through the floor. Scraping. Like something heavy being dragged across concrete. He checked the monitors. Nothing unusual. Everything still. Silent. The scraping continued for maybe 30 seconds. Then stopped. Owen checked Section 7 again. If you hear sounds from Sublevel 3, this is normal. Do not investigate. Normal. Sure. He finished his shift without incident. Chin came in at 8 a.m. looking like she hadn't slept. Any issues? Heard some noise from Sublevel 3. Around 4 a.m. She nodded. That's normal. Anything else? No. Good. See you tomorrow night. That became the routine. 12-hour shifts. Same sounds around 4 a.m. Sometimes scraping. Sometimes thumping. Once, what sounded like someone whistling. Owen mentioned the whistling to Chun. She went very still. What kind of whistling? Like a tune. I don't know. Maybe 10 seconds. Did you recognize it? No. Chun relaxed slightly. Good. If you ever recognize the tune, if it sounds like something you know, page me immediately. Don't wait until morning. She wouldn't explain why. A month in, Owen got curious. During one of his rounds, he went looking for the door to Sublevel 3. Found it in a maintenance corridor behind the loading dock. Heavy steel door. Electronic lock. Red light above it that pulsed slowly. There was a small window. Reinforced glass. Thick. Owen looked through it. Concrete stairs descending into darkness. Emergency lighting every 10 feet, casting weak yellow pools. That's all he could see. Just stairs going down. He put his ear to the door. Nothing. He went back to the security office. At 4 a.m., the sounds came again. This time it was different. Footsteps. Slow. Deliberate. Moving down what sounded like a long corridor. Then they stopped. Silence. Then a voice. Muffled. Distant. Speaking words Owen couldn't quite make out. He grabbed the binder. Flipped to section 7. If you hear voices from sublevel 3, do not attempt to communicate. This is normal. The voices continued for 5 minutes. Then silence. Owen sat there, heart pounding, until his shift ended. He didn't mention it to Chun. Another month passed. The sounds became routine. Background noise. Owen learned to ignore them. Until the night monitor 12 turned on. He was doing paperwork when he noticed the glow. Looked up. The black screen now showed a grainy image. A hallway. Concrete walls. Fluorescent lighting. Doors on both sides. Numbered. 301, 302, 303. The camera angle was fixed, showing maybe 30 feet of corridor. Empty. Owen grabbed the binder with shaking hands. Section 7A. Protocol 7A. Monitor 12 activation. If monitor 12 activates. 1. Do not look away from the monitor. 2. Observe for 5 minutes. 3. Document anything unusual in the log. 4. If nothing unusual occurs, return to standard operations. 5. If unusual activity is observed, proceed to Protocol 7B. Unusual activity includes movement, doors opening or closing, changes in lighting, presence of individuals, presence of non-individuals. Owen stared at the last line. Presence of non-individuals. He watched the monitor. 1 minute. The hallway remained empty. Silent. Still. 2 minutes. Nothing. 3 minutes. A door opened. Number 307. Slowly. Just a crack. Nobody came out. The door stayed open. Just slightly. Maybe 6 inches. For minutes. Owen could feel sweat on his palms. The binder said not to look away. He didn't look away. 5 minutes. The door was still open. Still nothing visible inside. Just darkness beyond the crack. Owen logged it. 4:07 a.m. Monitor 12 activated. Door 307 opened. No visible activity. He checked Protocol 7B. When unusual activity occurred, he was supposed to page Chun and continue monitoring until she arrived. He paged her. She arrived 20 minutes later. Looked at the monitor immediately. Door 307. Yeah. Opened at 4 minutes. Still open. She studied it for a long moment. Then went to a locked cabinet in the corner. Pulled out a different binder. Black cover. She flipped through it. Found what she was looking for. Her expression went carefully neutral. You're off early tonight. I'll take over from here. What's in 307? You don't need to know that. Chun. Go home, Owen. Her tone left no room for argument. Owen went home. Couldn't sleep. Kept thinking about that open door. The darkness beyond it. Presence of non-individuals. Next shift, Chun was waiting for him. We need to talk about last night. Okay. Did you hear anything? Before Monitor 12 activated. No. Just the usual sounds around 4 a.m. What sounds? Footsteps. Sometimes voices. Chin's jaw tightened. You never mentioned voices before. You said it was normal. The binder said. The binder is for standard operations. Nothing about sublevel 3 is standard. She rubbed her temples. How long have you been hearing voices? Month. Maybe longer. Jesus Christ. She pulled out her phone. Made a call. It's Chun. We have a situation. Security officer reports auditory contact dating back for weeks. Yes, I understand. She hung up, looked at Owen. You're being reassigned. Effective immediately. What? The voices are trying to establish contact. Once they start, it's only a matter of time before they succeed. We can't risk that. Contact with who? She didn't answer, just handed him a form. Severance package. 6 months salary. In exchange for signing an expanded NDA. What's down there? Owen asked. Chen looked at him for a long time. Nothing that should exist, she finally said. Nothing that does exist, according to official records. But here we are anyway, making sure it stays locked up. Locked up? You mean contained? I mean locked up. There's a difference. She pointed at the form. Sign. Go home. Forget you ever worked here. Owen signed, but he didn't forget. He told me all this last weekend. Told me he'd been having dreams since he left. Dreams about concrete corridors, numbered doors, darkness beyond them. Dreams where he opens door 307 and something steps out. What does it look like? I asked. He shook his head. It doesn't look like anything. That's the problem. It's shaped like a person, moves like a person, but when I try to focus on it, my brain just slides off, like trying to remember a dream. The harder you try, the less you remember. Have you tried going back? Asking Chin what it really was. I drove by the building last month. Sign's gone. Different locks on the door. Called the staffing agency. They have no record of any facility at that address. No record of Chun. Nothing. So it just disappeared? Or moved? Relocated whatever was on sublevel 3 somewhere else. He finished his beer. Or maybe I imagined the whole thing. Maybe I had some kind of breakdown and constructed this whole elaborate delusion. Do you believe that? He looked at me. Really looked at me. No. Because of something Chin said. Right before I left. What? She said. If you ever hear whistling again, something you recognize, don't follow it. Even if it sounds like someone you know. Even if it sounds like it's calling your name. Don't follow it. Whatever you do. And Owen's hands were shaking. 3 nights ago, I heard whistling. Outside my apartment. 4 a.m. exactly. What was it? A song my mom used to sing. When I was a kid. She's been dead for 6 years. We sat in silence. It knew, he whispered. Whatever's down there, it listened to me for weeks. Learned from me. And now it knows things it shouldn't know. What did you do? I stayed inside. Doors locked. Lights on. The whistling continued for 10 minutes. Then it stopped. Has it come back? He nodded slowly. Every night since. Always 4 a.m. Always the same song. Jesus, Owen. I checked the bedroom. The bathroom. The kitchen. Nothing. No toothbrush. No clothes. No food in the fridge. Just empty rooms with beige carpet. I was leaving when I noticed something. On the inside of the front door, carved into the wood with something sharp. Numbers. 307. And beneath it, words scratched so faintly I almost missed them. It learned my name. I'm writing this because I need someone else to know. In case I disappear too. Because last night, I heard whistling outside my apartment. 4 a.m. exactly. A song my mother used to sing. And when I looked through the peephole, someone was standing in the hallway. They had their back to me. Same height as Owen. Same build. They were whistling. And as I watched, they slowly turned around. I couldn't see their face. My brain wouldn't let me. It just slid off. Like trying to remember a dream. But I heard them speak. In Owen's voice. Hey brother. Open up. It's me. I didn't open the door. I backed away. Turned on every light. Checked every lock. The whistling continued for 10 minutes. Then stopped. It's 3:47 a.m. right now. 13 minutes until 4 a.m. I can already hear footsteps in the hallway. Getting closer. And I just realized something. I never told anyone where I live. Not even Owen.